Hey guys, it's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I have missed you guys so much. Look, gotta get the camera together, all my little settings. So guys, tonight is an exciting topic that I live for, honestly. I was supposed to talk about this topic last week, but me and my family ended up getting sick. So I had to postpone last week's show. So tonight's show is, can social media get you audited? Can social media get you guys audited? And if we have enough time, right, I might throw in a little bit about this American Rescue Plan Act that Biden is trying to get approved, that we've already discussed when it first was presented to Congress for approval, right? So I've already schooled you guys on it, but we're going to go back over because everybody is hyped up. And if you guys have been watching the Money Zone over the past year, I've been pre-warning you guys about all of this from day one. So you guys have the inside scoop. You guys actually get the information far before Forbes, far before anybody else, because you guys get it here on the Money Zone. So guys, please head over and subscribe to our mailing list at bit.ly/TMZ. Well, get notified TMZ, bit.ly/get notified TMZ, so you can be aware of the upcoming topics and upcoming guests that we're going to have on the show. So guys, just like our normal scenario, we're going to take a quick little break. So what I ask you guys to do is do two things for me, actually three things for me. One, grab your pen and your paper so you can take notes. Number two, share this video on any social media platform that you're watching us on, or if you're watching us on ripradionetwork.com, please share the video onto your social media. And then also like the video, because we need you to like the video for the algorithms, so Facebook can, share the video and so forth and so forth. So do me those three things. Grab your pen and your paper, share the video, and like it as well, so we can have a discussion, because today I'm going to shed some light onto this social media thing and the IRS. So guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. guys, welcome to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. These past couple of weeks have just been extremely challenging over here, but I'm here, shining bright, face almost clear. Y'all drinking my water. Look, no, let me stop playing. Okay, guys. I am so excited to be back because tonight's show is a good way to really get us into the swing of things. So we're going to be talking about, can social media get you guys audited? So while we were on a little bit of break, I took some time to create some slides. So I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. So just bear with me while we go through these concepts of IRS auditing you guys. And then if we have enough time, I'm going to give you guys just a taste of this American Rescue Plan Act, and I may have to do another video specifically around that topic. So tonight we're going to start with the ultimate question: can social media get you guys audited? Okay, so that's the first question. Can social media get you guys audited? So my short form answer is no. Social media in itself cannot get you audited. Okay, so nope, that it won't just, oh, let me just audit this person. No. So what happens is, if you do something outrageous like buy a Bentley or buy a Rolls Royce or a rental property or something like that, right? Or have a lavish party, that may not trigger the IRS to audit you, but it might trigger one of your peers to report you to the IRS. Okay, so let me do a rewind. Just because you didn't purchase the Rolls Royce and the Bentley and the rental property and you post it on IG does not mean that the IRS will audit you. But those extravagant purchases that you actually post on social media can then lead to somebody else being a whistleblower and reporting you to the IRS. So that's where the problem comes. And honestly, guys, the IRS relies on the community to report you guys. So you know that hater that's watching your social media 24/7, that don't really like you, look, be aware, have your stuff in order, because they might be the one that report you to the IRS. So short form answer, no, social media in itself cannot, the IRS will not audit you because of your social media posts. However, your social media posts can trigger some hate in someone, and then they report you to the IRS, and then that can then lead to you guys being audited. Okay, so that's the issue. So be mindful that what you post can be reported by the people that's following you guys. And so, guys, if you're watching us on ripradionetwork.com or any social media platform, you can post your questions, your comments, or your concerns under the video. If you're watching us on Instagram and you want to see our slides, or if you're watching us on any other platform and you cannot see our slides, you want to go to ripradionetwork.com so you can see the slides that I will be showing you, and the IRS websites and manuals and things that I'm going to be showing you guys throughout tonight's video. So if you want access to my screen, head over to ripradionetwork.com so you can watch the slides. Okay, so that's number one question. Can the IRS audit you because of your social media? No, they cannot. Okay, but one of your peers may end up hating on you guys and then end up reporting you to the IRS. So that's where one of the problems come. However, my next question is, do the IRS use your social media in audits? Do the IRS use your social media in audits? And so my short form answer, hell yeah. The IRS will use your social media, and they are allowed. It is actually included in the IRS audit manual for them to go and peruse social media and any other platforms that your name is actually on. So what I'm about to do, guys, I'm going to share my screen really quick, and we're going to walk through this. So the IRS can definitely use your social media, but they have to be very, very careful when they do so. So they do have some type of regulations that prevent them from just staying up at night and hawking you, right? They can't do that, right? They can't go and follow you. But if you guys see my screen, as long as the IRS is doing compliance related research that may include locating taxpayers, meaning trying to find you, may include identifying assets that you possibly own that could be seized, and then also identifying other possible avenues of unreported sources of income. So the IRS can only use your social media to locate you. So if you're running and been changing your addresses and have a PO box and the IRS is unable to get a hold of you, they can use your social media to locate you. Okay? They can also use your social media to figure out what assets you own. So that Bentley photo that you guys post up, the IRS agent is like, oh, taxpayer ... posted on Instagram that they own a Bentley, they own a Rolls Royce, and they own 5 rental properties. So be mindful that when you guys post your wins and your purchases and your investments, if you were to get audited, they can use those posts to prove or to show that you may have some assets or things that you're not being forthcoming about, or you're hiding income, or you own assets that you aren't reporting. Yeah. So definitely, guys, they can use your social media. Okay. So what I'm about to do is go to the IRS manual. So in the IRS audit manual, guys, it breaks down what they are allowed to look at. And so the situation is very, very tricky when the IRS is actually trying to find you. So no, they cannot. And you've been hearing people say, oh, the IRS can just monitor you, or, they can if it's a criminal case. They can monitor your activity up and down your timeline, right? But if it's not a criminal case and it's just a civil case, or a collections case, or a compliance case, right? They cannot just follow you like your girlfriends and track everything. They have to be extremely strategic. So what I'm about to do is show you guys exactly what the IRS has to do to be able to follow your social media stuff. And once again, guys, if you want to see the slides or anything that I'm showing on my screen, go to ripradionetwork.com so you guys can see what I'm sharing. So if I was an IRS auditor, for me to access your social media in the correct manner that is appropriate and that aligns with their manual, they cannot just go to Facebook and set up a dummy Facebook account. No. What they're only allowed to do is to type your name into Google. So let's use me, for example. We're going to type my whole name into Google, right? When they type your whole name into Google, all right, you know the definition of the cash, CACHE, and I'm going to pull that up, guys, so we all can know what the cash is. So the cash, from a technical standpoint, let me just read it for y'all. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. And once again, guys, IG, Facebook, well, Facebook, you see my screen. Okay, so I'm looking for the definition of cash. Let me use my other phone. Hold on. So the definition of cash is like a record. This is real. I'm not a tech person, y'all. I'm an accountant. Okay, so the cash, according to the dictionary, is a collection of items of the same type of stored data stored and hidden on inaccessible places. So the IRS can only search your cash to be able to find your social media and your content if it's not a criminal case. If it's a criminal case, they can have an informant. They can basically do whatever that they want to do. But if it's not a criminal case, the IRS cannot do that. They have to Google you, and then based on the links in your Google, if it leads them to your social media, right? If it leads them to your social media, then they have a right to look at it. If they type in your name, and so as you guys can see, we typed in my name, right? So right off the bat, you guys see my LinkedIn. So as an IRS agent, they can click my LinkedIn and then use everything on my LinkedIn as evidence in an audit or criminal case to prove that you had assets, you underreported income, and so forth. So for every social media that's listed, give me 1 second, guys. They do not want us to be great today. It's moving slow, and I'm moving pretty fast. Oh. Let me go back and search my name. Okay, so then now you see my Instagram, and my Instagram is public. So more than likely, if you click the Instagram, right, and the records were already behind whatever that cache is, them hidden records, they can now access my Instagram as well. So truth be told, the IRS can and will use your social media to actually assist them in winning an audit. So this is why I personally do not recommend any of you to represent yourself in an audit, because many of you probably talk too much. You're probably giving up too much valuable information. You're beating your case down the drain. And basically you're hurting yourself. So guys, I'm gonna share my screen one more time. Hopefully it will work. They do not. If it don't work, then I'm gonna just have to read it to you guys. Let me go to my slides really quick. So guys, if you have any questions about what the IRS is able to do, what they aren't able to do, what triggers an audit, anything relative to social media and IRS audits, you can post your questions and I will answer them as well. Okay, so look like we guys can see. Okay, so I barely can even see it. Okay, so the IRS manual says the use of social networking and other internet sites by the IRS employees for compliance research or for other purposes. IRS employees are allowed to search publicly available information on the internet, which may include publicly available social media information to perform compliance-related work. Compliance-related research may include, like I said earlier, locating you guys, identifying what assets you own that may be subject to seizure, and then identifying other sources of revenue. So your Linktree account, guys, with all of your different products and services, just know a screenshot from your Linktree can determine that you guys are underreporting your income. And because I've represented so many people in audits, another thought just came to my mind, guys. Once they take the screenshot of Linktree and then follow your payment links, if they find out that you have Stripe, you have PayPal, but you're only reporting PayPal, then that proves the case that that you are underreporting your income. So your social media, your activity on social media can throw you under the bus, okay? So the discussion of restrictions in this section is not intended to be all-inclusive, okay? The Internal Revenue Service employees should use prudent judgment and must comply with all guidance that may be applicable in this area. Employees should proceed cautiously in this rapidly evolving area if an issue is not clearly addressed in the Internal Revenue Manual. They should raise any ambiguities or questions of appropriate use to their managers. So let me be very clear, guys. If you've been following me for years, you've always heard me say that the IRS is that agent that is auditing you, right? Truth be told, if the agent don't like you, they're going to be hard on you. And the manager don't care as long as they don't go and do something that's not stated in the Internal Revenue Manual. But let's really be honest, guys. Outside of the Internal Revenue Manual, it's nothing that really regulates these agents outside of the manager overseeing their activities. So this is why I did my class Audit Proof, because I've been warning you guys since 11/20/2020 that Biden is going to increase audits and that Biden is going to do everything that he wants to do to recover the economy, and he's going to use the taxes to do so. So this is why we're talking about this, is because the IRS is going to start auditing more of you now, and they're going to go directly to your social media once they get your file on their table. It actually says here that due to social media, it gave them so much more leverage and opportunities when it comes down to auditing you guys. So this is why, be mindful. So many people go to jail. If you go to the DOJ sites, right, you will see where they say, oh, we use the defendant's social media with him showing screenshots of him holding money or him depositing money. See, you guys are giving up too much information. So, for example, if I was auditing you, I will go and look at every post that you said I made a bag, right? Because a lot of y'all say, oh, I made 50,000 this month. Oh, what month is this? So look, let me write this down. This the agent right here. Look, y'all. The agent like, oh, he said September. Well, let's say August. He made 30,000. Okay. Then guess what? September. Oh, he said he posted 50,000. They're going to write it down. And then they're going to total all of the income that you guys said that you made. And they're going to send you an assessment of that or an audit notice to prove that your income is exactly what you reported, okay? So it specifically says here, guys, in the IRS manual, right, that it says you are not allowed to log in with a user ID and password to any social media site in the course of conducting your audit. Conducting your duties. This means the IRS agent may not use their personal social media account for compliance-related work while on duty or off duty. They may not create a government login or government account on social media. So basically, they rely on you guys to hang yourself. So basically, like, whatever information you put out there, that you put out there publicly, they're going to use that to incriminate you. Okay? So they're not allowed to go and set up dummy accounts and do all of that stuff. What they are allowed to do is watch you on Google and follow the paper trail. So if you were in Forbes, click your Forbes article, read that, what it says. If the Forbes article said you made 1.5 million, but on your Schedule C, you only claim 1 million, they have grounds to tell you to prove that you shouldn't be filing 1.5 million. So this goes back to our original question. Can social media get you audited? Not necessarily the platforms, but your actions, guys, will cause me to lose an audit or cause yourself to dig yourself in a deeper issue, and maybe your case would then lead to criminal charges. Okay? Okay. So the IRS manual also say that the agent must exercise caution and use prudent judgment when researching taxpayers on the internet. Generally, examiners are allowed to review information from publicly accessible, unrestricted websites. Examiners may only use the information provided on the return or other information gathered during the investigation as the research criteria. Okay. So basically, if you put on your tax return, you made $50,000, right? But the IRS received 1099s that exceed the $50,000. So in their research criteria, right, on you, they're trying to figure out if what the 1099s that was reported under your name is accurate, or is the information you reported on your tax return accurate. So before they even do that, they may come to your social media. Okay, they might even do a net worth assessment. So years ago, guys, I told you that the IRS can use what we consider the net worth valuation, right? That's where they compile all of your assets, all of your liabilities, and pull your credit and see whether or not you've been if you've been making your payments timely. And so what they will end up doing is using that information to basically say that they perceive that your net worth is much higher than what you're presenting on your tax return, because based on your expenses of $1,500, you're paying all of that on time. So, but you said you only make $1,200 a month. Where is the extra $300 coming from? Where is the extra $1,000 coming from? So the IRS will indeed use your social media to back your stuff up and to back their stuff up. So my advice to all of you, if you're doing some shady stuff on social media, please make your account private. It does one. Now, that doesn't prevent criminal investigators or informants, undercovers, to accept your friend invite and follow you and everything else. That doesn't prevent the criminal cases. But from a compliance standpoint, you will make it much more challenging for them to gain access to your content. Now, if you're a big boy on social media and your tribe is sharing your information and their social media is public, then you done already burnt your little self, because they can use what's posted there against you. So remember, social media is not free, y'all. It's really there to accumulate the data that we are actually putting out. They're using our data. So I have a court case. So every time we do the show now, guys, I'm gonna put a little spin to it. I'll give you guys a court case or real live scenario. If I've experienced it in my office, I will give you a real life client experience. Okay. If I have time to figure out a client situation, I'll put it here. If I don't, then I'll find an IRS case that we will talk about. So this scenario says, and this is just about the grounds for the IRS agent. If an IRS employee is assigned to your account, guys, and you owe, let's say, $2,000, right? And you own an online boutique, right? The IRS conducts their initial analysis before making a field call to the taxpayer's business. So before you guys even get the audit notice or the letter or the IDR, which is the information document request, right? They've already done their preliminary research. You've already been looked up. When the IRS employee then makes a field call to you, right, to the taxpayer business, they're now confirming. So since you say you have employees, They're going to call, see who answer, take some notes. Then they're going to pull your 941s to see if you're filing your payroll reports. Okay? So then let's say they come to your office and you have a sign. Remember, you guys are leading the IRS to you. So you have a sign that says, follow us on social media, right? So the IRS then goes and say, okay, let me Google the person. They Google the business and they then find your social media, right? So the IRS employee leaves. So this is the case. I'll read it directly. The IRS employee leaves his calling card with instructions for the taxpayer to call him within 2 business days. As he is leaving, the IRS employee notes a sign in the window stating, follow us on social media. The IRS employee knows that he is not allowed from logging in to any social media sites to conduct compliance-related research on either his personal or IRS-issued equipment, but thinks he may be able to find some more information on the taxpayer's social media page by conducting a Google search. Remember I told you guys, a Google search using the taxpayer's business home address and phone number. The IRS employee's research provides several links to the business's webpage, and he clicks on one of the links. It now takes him to the social media page where he can see a great deal of information without logging into the social media at all. Should the IRS, so the question is, should the IRS employee review the information available through these social media pages and determine through additional state, county, and local administrators that provide ownership records and other research if the information will assist in his compliance efforts? And the answer is yes. So, long story short, the IRS agent is allowed to Google you. Whatever is in Google and it's public and they don't have to create logins to access, they can pull it and use it against you guys. They will also use it to calculate your revenue, to also accumulate your assets. So for all of you guys that are out there talking about you own this rental property and this rental property and you're doing this and you're doing that, you are providing the IRS with evidence to beat your ass in an audit. And I'm actually one of the only people that is that good to debunk what the IRS will throw at you to determine whether or not you've been cheating the system. In addition to your social media, guys, the IRS will also, let me stop sharing. The IRS will also do a county search. They will also do a property tax search. They will also do a court case search. So if you guys don't know, and I'm giving you guys a little bit of tips to the trip, I can find out anything about any of y'all, right? And I use all of those different systems. So I know how to find any business name, who the owner is, the owner's address, everything. So the IRS use all of those public sites, case sites, deeds sites, anywhere that even your DUNS number, because that's public. When I thought about it, when I did my DUNS number, when I researched my DUNS number, that's almost public. Anybody can see my profile, right? They can use all of that, guys, against you. So now my question to all of you. Are you throwing yourself under the bus? Are you allowing the IRS to build an audit against you or a criminal case? Do you have shady followers that are sending whistleblower and anonymous notices to the IRS because they think you shaded and you being boastful? They just hate you. Do you have your bookkeeping and stuff in order, guys? Are you filing your taxes correctly? Because if you're not, then this is the time for you guys. And I've been saying this for one whole year straight, guys. This is a time now for all of you guys to take a step back and ask yourself, are you doing things the proper way? Because if you're not, between this American Rescue Plan Act, the PPP loan fraud, the EIDL fraud, the tax changes that's happening, and the failing government, and the fact that we may shut down next month and we're bankrupt, is what is the more reason for the IRS to increase their initiatives to recover the economy. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick little break. So I'm going to give you guys some practical, actionable steps that you guys can take to protect yourself from being audited and to kind of be a bit discreet with your results, but still make it known to the people so the IRS won't be able to use it against you, but you'll be able to back yourself up. So guys, do me one favor, like the video, share the video with your colleagues, get your notepad, and we'll be right back. Notified and look out for what we have coming out in store and all of our guests coming on the show, guys. Tonight was amazing. I hope that you guys learned a lot. Hey guys, and we are back. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about, can social media get you guys audited, right? And so that the short form answer is no, but your actions on social media, your haterish tribe, and the peoples that love to hate you guys can in fact then use your social media to get you guys audited. So first segment of the show, I would just kind of give you guys some background information. We went over the IRS manual. I read some things to you guys so you can see that they do use your social media. It's in the IRS manual. I'm not reading off New York Times. I'm not reading off CNN. I'm reading from the IRS manual itself, and it clearly says that they are allowed to actually search you on any platform that is public. Okay, so the trick is, just to give you guys a synopsis, they cannot set up accounts to access your social media. It has to be free will information. So basically what you posted freely with no restrictions, no access restrictions, they can use against you. Okay, and so because I, as an IRS enrolled agent and one of the best representatives in the country, when I've sat with audits, I've never had to defend my client's social media actions, simply because I've already created that type of credibility. But the issue is, if you seem like you're falsifying information or not being forthcoming or talking out of turn or over talking, you just sound shady, then guess what? The agent will go back and do extra research. Okay. So guys, I want to give you guys a few practical steps to protect yourselves if you were to, on the low, have an IRS auditor watch you. Okay. So the first thing that you guys want to do, if you know you're doing some shady shit, you need to do this today. Like, let's be honest. If you're doing shady stuff, you need to implement this stuff today. If you're not doing anything shady, but you don't want to, like, what they say, what's the right word? I can't even think of the word. Incriminate yourself, right? Then you want to take these steps. The first thing to do is to make all of your social media platforms private. Number one, make all of your social media platforms private. Number two, let me get my notes. Do not post your receipts. So some of you guys are so goddamn boastful. Oh, I made $100K. Straight this, right? No, don't post your results. Post your clients' results. See, many of you, this is where the game is about to change, and I was about to wrap y'all. But no, if you guys start to post your clients' results, right, then it will show your community that you know your stuff. But the issue is that, do some of y'all influence even got client results? Is this why you are incriminating yourself? Because you can only boast about the coins that you are making by using social media, but you don't have results, client results. So number two, get client results so you don't have to be boastful about your lifestyle and tell everybody what you're making and what you got going on so you can make money. Client results is key, all right? Number three, if you're going to post your receipts, don't post specificities. Be very broad. Oh, I had a 5-figure month. They don't know if it's 10K, 11K, 13K, 50K, 99,000. They don't know. But when you say I closed 50K, they like, oh, 50K, right? But if you say I made 5 figures, that can be 10K. They like, oh no, which number do I add on to calculate this person's potential income? You see? Okay? You got that? Told you guys, grab your pen and your paper, guys. If you can share this video, that would be great. Number 3, stop telling all of y'all moves. Oh yeah, I'm at the rental property. Right? This how y'all be, right? But you never claim rental property income on your taxes. You see? Stop it. If you know you're not claiming rental property income on your taxes, don't post up you got rental properties. Come on now. You done gave yourself up. You done gave himself up. You gave yourself up. Don't do that. Don't. Even if you are now looking for a rental property, something like that's fine, right? Guys, I'm thinking about expanding the business. I'm thinking about doing this. What y'all think about this investment? That's something different. The IRS cannot say that you have that investment. But if you blatantly say, hey, y'all, I'm at my rental property. Check out my rental property on Airbnb. So guess what? You already, then, I'm about to go, this is how my brain, this is why I win 99% of my audits, y'all. My brain is like, ding, 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 ding. So, right? So now, you're at the rental property and you did some shady stuff. You put the location. You put at the rental property, and then when the location tab, it says Miami, Florida. So then guess what the agent can do? Boom, 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 boom. Airbnb, rental property, Miami, Florida. You done gave them the whole search criteria. Then guess what? You already told them that you have pink walls. So guess what? Next search criteria, Miami, Florida, rental property, pink house, pink room, pink condo. They didn't already narrow the search down. Then Airbnb give up your information. Airbnb says how much you're charging, how many times you've hosted, whether or not you're a super host, and everything. So right off the bat, I'm seeing here as the agent, okay, they say that he didn't already hosted 55 people. 55 people on average, he has a minimum. And see, that's another thing. Then on your site, it says you have a minimum of 3 nights. So they say, okay, 55 times 3 nights. Well, let's just use 50 times 3 nights. That's 150 times 50 people. They didn't already calculated your other income. You guys are giving up too much. That all I had to do, guys, is just go to your social media and I can find out everything about you. Unless you falsifying data, being fake and a fraud, then I might not be able to. But if you being honest, and I'm not encouraging you guys to lie on your social media. What I'm encouraging you guys to leave something to imagination. So that's the tip. Oh, sorry. Tip number 4, guys. Leave something to the imagination. As women, we were always, well, my generation, women and older, we were always taught, don't show a man all of your body, or don't show all of your body parts. I don't know what these young girls been taught now, right? But my time, and I ain't that old, y'all, right? My time, we were taught to leave something to the imagination, right? Think about that concept when you guys are posting to social media. Can I find your every move? And then a lot of you guys are posting so much on social media that you are also debunking the validity of your business expenses. So you're now talking about you're in Costa Rica in business, but all they see is that you sitting there with drinks in your hand with your girlfriend with your shades on. And they trying to see, well, what hours did you work? Oh, I did content all day. So you did content all day. Okay, great. So what did you do the next day? Oh, you just sat there all day too and drank? Oh, so guys, you guys have to leave something to the imagination. So Tommy Watkins of Sign First Mobile Services and the Fingerprint Gurus on YouTube said these people want to be seen. That's exactly what it is. I am working well. Say you made a post that the crate challenge could get you audited. Did you already? Oh, no, but I can. And prime example, let's talk about the crate challenge. For all of y'all that received that money, do you know any money that you receive? Okay. And the person, like if you win an award or a challenge, you have to claim that on your taxes. So for all the people that publicly won that crate challenge for that $1,000, that $1,000 is supposed to be included on your tax return as other income. But nobody is talking about that. So when you guys go out and you post on social media after tonight's show, I hope you guys be mindful. Think about social media like a woman. You can't be butterball naked outside. Well, they are nowadays. But reality is, you're not supposed to be outside butterball naked. So that means don't give social media all of you. If you decorating your house, you don't have to list out everything that you're doing. I didn't put a waterproof, I didn't put a water heater in my house, 5,000. Bam, I done wrote that down. Oh, I didn't put new floors. She didn't put floors too. How much a square feet? Oh, my house, 5,500 square feet. Oh, floors for 5,500 square feet is this price. Like Tommy said, y'all want to be seen. And the IRS is waiting for you guys to incriminate yourself. They don't have to go searching. You guys are putting it out there for them. And I've been in a situation where they will pull your records and show it in an audit. And say, okay, well, if you said this wasn't revenue from you, how come on the state of Maryland site, they say that you received this money? And I'm like, looking at my client like, are you kidding me? You didn't tell me this, right? So guys, lesson for today. Oh, and I think I have one more. Oh, stop also when you guys travel so much. I know you guys are trying to make everything a tax deduction, right? So I don't know who told you that as long as you post it on social media, that it can become a deduction. That is so not true. Just because you walking through the airport with your furry furs on, right? And you post the video, that does not mean that that business trip is business. I mean, that trip is business related. You probably hurt yourself in that live stream by maybe talking about the activities, personal activities that you have planned. But I'm going to leave that here because the show almost over. Trump let me know we got 2 minutes. So guys, tonight's show I absolutely enjoyed. So what we're going to do, my team did come up with next week topic, but more than likely I'll talk with them and see if I can go over this American Rescue Plan Act with you guys again. But I'm going to have my team also find the video because, like I said, I'm always the first to the market, letting you guys know the real information that is happening out here on this IRS and tax-related issues, okay? And so Biden is close to getting everything approved, guys. So just pay attention, and I will talk about it as well. And so Trump said that we're going to play this in a replay as well on Saturday because a lot of you guys are getting yourself jammed up and you don't even know. If I'm able to look at your social media and tell you when, why, how, and what about every situation, you're doing too much. Okay? So guys, I enjoyed myself. Don't forget to subscribe to our mailing list, bit.ly/TMZ. Get notified. Join our mailing list. And I'll see you guys next week. Good night, guys.